So 2021 is finally here, and if it's anything like 2020, it might well be another weird one. There are plenty of things that we do know will happen in 2021, such as the 25th anniversary of Pokémon, so we know there's going to be a big old celebration on the 27th of February, and there are a few spin-off games that we can safely bet we'll probably get some more information on, such as Pokémon Unite or new Pokémon Snap. And similarly, there are a few things we don't know yet, such as, are we even going to get any new games announced this year? Like you would think with the 25th anniversary coming up that there would be a lot of things announced on that day to make it super duper special, like maybe a brand new game, or maybe some kind of cool extra spin-off that we didn't know about, or some brand new line of merchandise that everybody wants, but they might just not. So I thought it would be fun if I put together 5 things that I think will happen regarding Pokemon in 2021. And you know what? It'll be even more fun in 2022 when we can come back to this video and go,
ha! Liam was wrong about everything.
I guess it'll be more fun for you than it is for me. But you know what? I'm not one to back down from a challenge, unless I really know I'll lose. But I'm quietly confident about a couple of these, so I'm Ace Trainer Liam, and these are 5 bold predictions for Pokemon in 2021. First up, the Pokemon World Championships will take place with spectators. Now this one's a little bit specific, I'll give you that, but specificity is the spice of life. Is specificity a word? I think it might be. It should be if it isn't. But I'm sure everybody remembers, especially those of us in the United Kingdom, how giddy with excitement we were at the idea that the Pokemon World Championships were coming to our own capital city of London. And the dates were set in stone, the 14th to the 16th of August 2020. The World Championships would be in London. I could go, you guys could go, I could get to meet all of my American friends because they would all be flying over rather than me having to go to the expense of flying over to see them. It would have been brilliant for lazy old Liam. But sadly, the big old nasty virusy thing happened. I still don't know if I'm allowed to say the actual name in videos without getting demonetized, so I'm going to go with the big nasty virusy thing happened and just completely put the world at a standstill. To be fair to Pokemon, they made the right decision by cancelling that year's World Championships. There was just no way we were going to be able to get that many people into such a small place and have a successful World Championships without loads of people getting ill. Plus, the XL Exhibition Centre where it was being held got transformed basically into a big nasty virus hospital, so can't really hold an event in there because there's a lot more important things happening in there at that time. They were really fair as well by saying any invites to the 2020 World Championships would carry over to the 2021 World Championships, and I just thought that was bloody lovely of them, really. They didn't technically have to do that, but they did, and that was really nice. They did also say that the World Championships would be taking place once again in London in 2021, but they haven't set a date, and that makes sense because nobody knew how long this thing was going to go on for. Now, things are looking good for the World Championships in 2021 because, of course, the vaccine is starting to be distributed in the United Kingdom slowly but surely through all the different stages of people who need it the most, all the way down to people like me who probably don't need it as much but are still going to get it anyway because I ain't stupid. And also MCM Comic-Con London, which is another mass gathering of people, of course it is, it's a Comic-Con, have announced their October dates tentatively, so August is only a little bit ahead of October, so there is potential that Pokemon Worlds may be able to go ahead if it's in August like it previously was going to be. The only thing I think is super uncertain at the moment is the idea of, will spectators be able to go and just watch the matches, or will it be strictly you're only allowed here if you're competing? If not, I'm sorry, you can't come in. Now, as my first bold prediction for 2021, I'm going to be quietly hopeful that we, the spectators, can attend Worlds 2021. Now, if the World Championships do go ahead, but unfortunately are competitor only, that's going to suck, and it does mean that this prediction is completely wrong, but I just really hope it isn't, because I want to be able to attend my first World Championships. It being in London is the easiest possible scenario for me, and I don't want to have to get good at Pokemon just to be able to get there. Next up, Ash Ketchum will catch another legendary Pokemon, but not one from Generation 8. Now, obvious spoilers ahead, Ash Ketchum has of course caught in the past legendary Pokemon, such as Poipole. Yes, it's an Ultra Beast, but technically Ultra Beasts are sub-legendaries, which are still legendaries, and of course a mythical Pokemon in the form of Meltan. Now, with the way the Pokemon Journeys anime has been going, Ash has caught a very weird variety of Pokemon so far. I won't list them now just in case anyone is worried about spoilers, but just know there's a couple of Gen 1 Pokemon in there, there's a Gen 4 Pokemon in there, there's a Galarian form in there, and there's also one Gen 8 Pokemon so far. But my prediction here is that Ash Ketchum is once again on these travels gonna come across a legendary Pokemon and is going to get the chance to catch it and is going to succeed. But also as part of that, I don't think it's going to be Zacian. I don't think it's going to be Zamazenta. I don't think it's going to be Eternatus. I don't think it's going to be Regieleki or Regidrago. I don't think it's going to be Spectria. I don't think it's going to be Glastria. And I don't think it's going to be Calyrex. I think if Ash catches any legendary Pokemon, it's going to be one from Generation 7 or before. Who knows, maybe Ash will end up in the Crown Tundra and he'll go to the Max Lair and maybe he'll encounter a legendary at the end of a Dynamax adventure or something, and then boom, he's going to catch that. I'm not saying which legendary it's going to be. Could be Dialga, could be Mewtwo, could be Heatran, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, and that's my prediction for 2021, that Ash is going to catch a legendary and it's going to be from before Generation 8. Anything from Generation 8, don't count, I'll have been wrong. Even if he catches a legendary, this prediction will be wrong if it's anything from Generation 8. Generation 7 or before, Ash is catching a legendary. Next up, new Pokemon Snap will release before the end of July. Now this one's a safe bet, I reckon. I'm feeling fairly confident with this one, and I think I've given myself a lot of leeway. It's a little bit cheeky. Now, new Pokemon Snap was announced in the middle of last year, and one of the things that I think is going to happen with the 25th anniversary is there's going to be some kind of presentation that's on YouTube, it's on Twitch, and they go, look, this is everything that's happened in the 25 years. Aren't we great? Don't you love us still? You got a bit mad about Sword and Shield, but don't you still love us? We're Pokemon. You'll always love us. You'll always buy regardless, and we will. It's fair. We've proved that with Sword and Shield's bloody sales. But I think one of the things in that presentation that ultimately will happen will be the announcement of the release date for Pokemon Snap. Sorry, new Pokemon Snap. There's a part of me that thinks that maybe during the 25th anniversary presentation, there'll be a trailer for new Pokemon Snap, and then they'll do that classic Nintendo thing they do where they go, it'll be available after this presentation. And whilst that would prove my prediction right, because new Pokemon Snap would be releasing before the end of July 2021, I don't think it'll happen because I feel like Pokemon Snap is too much of a, not a franchise, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's too much of like an icon in terms of Pokemon side games, and there's too much excitement for the idea of a brand new Pokemon Snap game that I think just releasing it with no real release date advertised would be a very poor business move. So I think it's more likely that Pokemon Snap will get a release date so they can start building hype towards this very, very anticipated game. And I think that announcement will come at the 25th anniversary, and I think they'll be like, hey, it's gonna come out X day before July, and I reckon before the end of July we will get new Pokemon Snap. Just please, give it us this year at least. Next prediction, we will get no new main series games this year. Now this might be myself handing myself a big old L and basically shooting myself in the foot, because knowing Pokemon and how they like to do things, we might well just get some kind of brand new main series game announced, and I'll be really annoyed if they do that, because I want to be right. Now, I'm quite a complacent Pokemon fan. If Pokemon put a brand new main series game in front of me, I will play it. I will most likely enjoy it because I find the Pokemon formula just super easy, super enjoyable. Just a nice game to just casual my way through. Doesn't have to be too challenging. It's a Pokemon game. It's for 7-year-olds, you know? Like, it's not that deep. I don't mind. I'll play it. I'll play it. I'll play it. It's fine. I just want new Pokemon. But I do think Pokemon are very likely to take on board some of the criticisms that they had around Sword and Shield. Because Sword and Shield, even though it ended up being, what, the 3rd best-selling Pokemon games of all time, I do think they'll have noticed all the criticisms of the graphics and the emptiness of the wild area and the game being too easy, but it's a Pokemon game, so they're always bloody easy, so I don't know what you're on about. I do think Pokemon will be well aware of all the criticisms that Sword and Shield got, because Pokemon Sword and Shield might have been the most hated Pokemon games before they came out that I think we've ever seen. Like, we've seen hype for Pokemon games, and we've seen Pokemon games that aren't as hyped, but we've still seen quite a good balance of positivity and negativity. But Sword and Shield, you couldn't go online for about more than 30 seconds without someone jumping at you telling you why you can't like these games that aren't even out. So I think if the Pokemon Company has any sense, they're gonna go, okay, look, even if we were gonna release a game in 2021, let's just put it on the back burner, put a little bit more time into it, maybe release it in 2022, maybe even release it in 2023, just take a little bit longer. Maybe they'll do an announcement during the 25th anniversary where they're just like, look, we are working on a main series game. I mean, we're always working on a main series game, so there's been no point in the last like 25 years where we haven't been working on a main series game, but we saw a lot of the criticisms that you guys guys had for Sword and Shield, and we wanted to rectify that. So what we're going to do is the next main series game, whatever Generation 9 is, we're going to take a little bit longer to work on it. We're going to work on the graphical fidelity. We're going to work on some bugs and some issues that you guys had, like making Pokemon following you just a little bit faster so it's actually an enjoyable experience. Stuff like that, and they're going to basically say that they're ironing out the creases. They want to make sure that everything is as good as it can be so that new fans can enjoy it, current fans can enjoy it, and even the angry fans that got really, really upset during the Sword and Shield release timeline that maybe stopped playing Pokemon. Although, how many people did stop playing after Sword and Shield came out? Because, like, the numbers of sales really suggest that not many people did stop playing. But long story short, if they are working on a main series game, I don't see it coming out in 2021. I feel like they'll take that little bit longer. Even if it was gonna come out in 2021, I just don't see it coming out now. I feel like even COVID may have delayed it anyway because of, you know, getting stuff to certain people. Although I always wonder about that because, like, surely it's all done digitally anyway, but I don't know game design, so I'm talking out my arse. But 2021, no main series games. I feel like that's a pretty good prediction. And lastly, Diamond and Pearl remakes. This is actually another reason why I don't think we're getting a main series game in 2021, and I think it's because this is the time. Now, if it doesn't happen, I don't care, because I really don't mind when these remakes happen, if they happen at all. I just want to play Pokemon, and if I really get mad that there's no Diamond and Pearl remakes, I'll just go play Diamond and Pearl, because I really love Gen 4. Like, to me, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know, maybe I'm just not as hardcore as some people are. But I do have the strongest feeling in my bones that if anything substantial comes out of Pokemon in the 25th anniversary year, I think it will be Diamond and Pearl remakes. Like, I'm not making a prediction based on, oh, well, they're doing a lot of Lucario merch at the moment, because Ash has a Lucario in the anime, and Go has a Cinderace, which is why there's also loads of Cinderace merch at the moment. Although, on a similar note, I don't think the anime writer's decision to have Ash catch a Riolu was completely a coincidence. Part of me does think that was a little nod into going into the next year, there's going to be some kind of Gen 4 representation game-wise. Obviously, you've probably watched hundreds of videos by now that talk about why little subtle hints are going to cause Gen 4 remakes to materialize, but I think some of the most cogent ones are just as simple as, well, the last remake we got was Gen 3. Let's ignore Let's Go, because that was a reimagining rather than a remake, so Gen 4 is the next logical step. It wouldn't make sense to do Gen 5 remakes, Gen 6 remakes. Do take with a pinch of salt, though. Pokemon have never officially said, by the way, we intend to do a remake of every generation, ultimately. Like, that's something we've all assumed based on 3 gens getting remakes out of 8. I mean, to be fair, at the time of the last remake, it was 3 gens out of 6, but still, it's not a high number, 50%, is it? The main thing that makes sense to me with the idea of Diamond and Pearl remakes is literally just, I don't think we're getting a main series game this year, because I think they're going to build on the engine they currently have, make it better, make it more polished, so that, like I said in the previous point, that more people kind of come back to it or aren't as angry when the next generation is announced. And I just think it would make so much more sense for them to just build Diamond and Pearl remakes on the current Sword and Shield engine. Like, how difficult will that be for Pokemon? Because according to all the really smart game developers online, it's just copying and pasting, isn't it, really? I mean, another fair point as well is what better year to release Diamond and Pearl remakes than the 25th anniversary year of Pokemon, bearing in mind Diamond and Pearl came out during the 10th anniversary year of Pokemon, 2006. So the numbers fit together nicely, which is the most pathetic reason I think I've ever heard or thought of for why Diamond and Pearl remakes will be a thing. But I think Diamond and Pearl remakes 2021, I think they're happening this year. But yes, those are my bold predictions for Pokemon in 2021. Now, some of you that watch me regularly, please remind me in 2022 to watch this video back and go, oh, look how wrong I was, and make some predictions for 2022. Now, whilst you are absolutely welcome to tell me down in the comment section why each of my predictions are completely unfounded and completely not likely to happen, and pick apart and dissect them all and tell me why I'm wrong, but I think it'd be a lot more fun for you guys to tell me what your predictions for 2021 are. So fill the comments with that. Let's be a little bit positive and let's let everybody know what we're hoping for. Also, if someone suggests something in the comments that they're hoping happens in 2021 and it isn't quite to your liking, you can just scroll past it. You don't have to reply and be a snarky dickhole. But yes, I want to hear all about your predictions for 2021 down in the comments. Hit like, share, and subscribe, of course. And oh boy, what a year 2021 is going to be, eh? Of course, you are more than welcome to come and hang out with me during the week in my live streams over at twitch.tv/AceTrainerLiam. We'll be back live on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time. And of course, use code ACE for money off G Fuel. It's 30% off today. The 30% off ends today, so go get it. Use code ACE, 30% off. Until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.